Next guest is a Grammy Award-winning musician and one of the most successful female acts ever, with over 80 million records sold worldwide. Her signature collection of wines are now available to buy in the U.S. Please welcome back to the show, Kylie Minogue, everyone. Kylie, thank you for being here, and thank you for bringing some wine. Would you like some of your rosé?
Yes.
All right, great. Here's a bottle, a beautiful bottle of your
Thank
rosé,
you.
and here's yours.
Why aren't all TV chat shows like this?
I know. Well, nobody is polite enough to
Fascinating.
bring
Cheers.
wine.
Cheers to you. Cheers to you all.
Cheers to you guys. This is absolutely lovely. Now, I have a lot of questions. About your wine, but I also want to ask about this. You were, when was this performance with Coldplay? Was this trip when you were out here?
Yeah, it was a
So
couple
you're at
nights ago.
MetLife Stadium, and Coldplay reaches out and asks you to do a song?
Yeah. Yeah. What do you say? Yes.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
fantastic. And so you, I mean, no one knows you're going to be there, and you walk out and
I
people know.
barely knew I was going to be
Yeah.
there. This was a reach out the day before, and I know the guys. I've known them for a long
but
time.
they just, when the word gets to them that you're in town?
Yeah.
Wow.
But the thing is, I banned myself from seeing the rest of the show. Because I've got a performance myself tonight, actually. And I knew if I watched the Coldplay show, I would sing, scream, yell, dance, ruin myself. So love Coldplay, performed with Coldplay, but didn't see it, banned myself.
Wow.
Yeah, I'll see them another time. where I can really let loose.
What was the inspiration for Kylie Minogue having her own wine?
It's pretty simple, actually. I love a good glass of wine. And when I was recording in Nashville, of all places, a few years back, it was the peak summer, boiling hot, and Nashville work sensible hours, sensible songwriting hours. So each night was alfresco dining in the heat with a glass of rosé. And one night the light was coming through, and I just said, I'd love to have my own rosé one day. And a few years later, I did. Yeah. So it's a pretty thrilling industry. It's all new to me. I'm learning as I go along.
And I don't think a pandemic was good for anyone, but I feel like people who are selling wine maybe did all right.
Well, weirdly, I met with the team I work with March 2020. So we actually developed the range on the doorstep, pretty much. My house, a drop-off. Here's the bottles, here's the juice, here's the labels. You put them all together. And, yeah, I thought, does this work releasing a wine at that point in time? And actually it did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. I think people were looking to have something to drink.
Yeah.
And you were somebody they trusted, so that's...
Yeah. Yeah.
So you, we have photos from your first time in New York City. So...
Okay, let's just get it out of the way. Let's deal with 1988.
All right, 1988. Now you have, this is Locomotion, right? Now,
I thought you were going to say you have a perm.
Well, you have a perm.
Which I may have.
So I think that this is really lovely because obviously your first time here, you might have thought this was a fancy part of the city.
Oh, look at the junk. That's amazing. No one thought to clean that up. That's amazing.
But now this is crazy. You have had, in 5 decades, you have had a #1 hit in every decade for the last 5 decades.
I've had #1 album in 5 decades.
#1 album, excuse me.
Yeah.
I'm selling you short.
I know. Yeah, and I guess the weird thing is I was, a couple of years ago, I was 52. So I had to do the maths, like, okay, 5 decades with 5 #1s, but, you know, there was the late 80s to the start of the 2020s.
Well, it's pretty amazing.
Yeah,
It's really...
I mean, it's mind-blowing. I didn't know when I was that age and that girl that I would have these opportunities.
You were like, why are they putting me in whatever this machine is?
Yeah. Okay.
I have a real memory of you. You were the musical guest at SNL. It was my first year on the show, and Ian McKellen was the host.
I didn't know
and
that was your first year.
He was the happiest I've ever seen as a host introducing a musical guest. And for years, someone would just out of nowhere say, "Ladies and gentlemen, you lucky, lucky people." Kylie Minogue!
Yeah.
He was so
beautiful.
happy.
I remember he was perched on the side of the stage just like that.
Yeah.
How to be more nervous on SNL?
Yes.
It was Ian McKellen right there. But he was kind of Yeah, he's very generous.
He came by it honestly. He was genuinely excited.
Yeah.
It was the only time that during the song they cut to the host sitting on the side of the stage watching, and I'm like,
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
take it. That's great.
I was like, Kylie might have means to have a restraining order filed. So this is obviously you've been very successful, but this is a photo of you with Conor McGregor, and this was this helped your success with your nieces and nephews.
But I have 3 nephews, and once in a while, I mean, that was a totally random. We look so happy there.
You look so happy.
So
This is a
happy.
recent
I mean,
photo.
I was happy.
Yeah.
He looks very happy. I just bumped into him after the Elvis premiere in Cannes, as you do. Something's
You know,
roll
you're
off
at
the
Cannes
tongue.
and you meet Conor
and there's some
McGregor.
Conor
We've all been
McGregor.
there. Yeah.
And yeah, so my 3 nephews are 11, 13, and 16. Prime. So I get the message from one of them going, "You met Conor McGregor?" Like, there's so many moments that I don't think they're going to travel that far, but I was excited. But my nephews were.
And this is a photo. I
peeping.
also think this is very cool. Conor McGregor asked for the photo with you, correct?
Yeah.
And you're.
But given a minute, I might have asked as well. So.
This is also cool. So
It's almost like we checked what each other's going to wear there.
I know it really
It's a
does
good
look
match.
like you arranged in
Yeah.
advance.
Yeah.
So this is really cool. So there's an Australian soap called Neighbours, and I'm aware of the show because I feel like almost every
Australian actor that
who
sat
has
here.
succeeded
Yeah.
started there.
Yeah.
And they're having a finale. This is it. They're wrapping it up after.
After 30-something, 30, I don't know, like 37 years. I don't
But
know,
this
long
is-
enough, long
This
enough.
is a show that you got your break on, right? Your first time.
Yeah, my first kind of, I started acting when I was 11, 16. When I was 19, I finished school, signed up for the Dole because I thought I'm never going to get a job, but I got this role on Neighbours. And that was in 1986.
Wow.
So I was only in the show for 2.5 years, but it's when it just exploded. Like, you know, England, they just went crazy about it. And so it's been with me ever since, and it's a large part of how I entered into the music industry. And, you know, you're in people's households. The show was played twice a day, actually, and people would bunk off school, they'd leave, they'd change their office hours. It was a huge thing, because who ever knew how to set the VHS? Yeah, so they're finishing the show, and it was quite a bit of pressure for me to go back. So I shot my scenes back.
You went back. You went back for the finale. That's very cool.
And another a friend you may have had on the show, Guy Pearce.
Yes.
He was in the same show, so he's just filmed his little return as well. So
Well, that's
we're all going to
fantastic.
cry.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
wonderful. I'm so glad you did that. Thank you so much for bringing the wine and being here with us
Thank
today.
you.
I really appreciate it.
Great to see you.
Kylie Minogue, everybody. For more information on her wine, visit KylieMinogueWines.com. We'll be right back with Layla Motley.